In this video, you're going to be seeing some live commentary of me in the 1500 rating range on chess.com. I'm trying to play the Jobava London, which is my favorite setup for white, but the Benoni, the early c5, means you can't get anything remotely like that. But you'll get to see how I like to deal with this in this situation. You'll see an early d5 push, trying to play that principled Benoni style, and I get a great position out of the opening and into the middle game. But it all falls apart. You'll see a massive blunder. It's a bit embarrassing to even show, but I know we've all been there. So with that said, enjoy the video. All right, we got a new 5-5 game, and we have the white pieces. So we get to try our Jobava London setup, which we've been making a few videos about, but we're going to transpose into the Benoni. So c5 is a real, just forces you out of anything remotely close to the Jobava, sadly. But the Benoni is not too bad to play for white. But it's one of those openings where I quite liked playing the Benoni because even though it's not great for the engine, at least as the black player, they're getting a lot more experience than you are against it. So against this setup, I like to just be as aggressive as possible. I know the engine likes this. And generally, when you see a6, the idea is they want to expand on the queen side and get a home for their bishop, because this bishop has a tough time developing. So a4 is always really strong. And we'll see. That also takes away the b5 square for our development, because it's often really nice to just go b5 and just trade this bishop away, because it normally gets stuck behind its own pawns. But we'll see how this match goes. I feel like playing h3 just to be a bit annoying, because if we play f3, that sets up the bishop. We could also just develop our bishop first, although sometimes it likes going to that square. I feel like we should develop a bit more before pushing h3. Might be our next move, though. But yeah, just lending more support there. I guess this is the punish. Earlier this wouldn't have been possible, although we still have that g6 idea. I think we're going to allow bishop g6, take, then we get the bishop pair. Because yeah, this is quite difficult to defend unless they give up the bishop pair. So let's go for that. Obviously, we're not worried if they take our pawn. And we could have played en passant, but I find that generally that's not great. Like, we still do have a space advantage in the center, which is nice. So let's see. We're threatening... Yeah, that can't be right. Take, and we already have a passer. I feel like that has to be good. Yeah, this has to be good. I don't think you can be giving away a pass pawn so early in the game, especially a protected passer. I feel like he really had to play bishop g4 there. So let's see what he takes with. If he takes with the bishop, I imagine I'm trading. Yeah. Don't see why I wouldn't be trading. Because he has the same problems. He has the same problems and weak dark squares. I can just immediately put my bishop there. Yeah, I feel like he's in trouble, surely. I'm surprised. Maybe he's not used to playing against the f4 variation. I'm not sure. I haven't played the Benoni in a while. I feel like keeping the king in the center is good. Is it worth preventing that? I don't think so. We could bring knight back. I think I'm actually going to do that. Because I don't mind if he castles. He still has really weak dark squares. But I guess if he goes here, there's nothing I really have to do. I don't mind if he takes the bishop. It'll help me double. So let's castle first. Let's castle first. Or, actually, I got confused. I wanted to do that first. But I guess... Look, I think it'll be fine either way. Maybe like f5 is his best move here. Surely not, actually. No. Yeah, probably should have gone h6 there. I just kind of had a bit of a blank of what my candidate moves were. Yeah. It's a bit of a shame. But at least this comes with tempo. And like I was saying, he's going to have permanent problems on the dark squares now. So, probably start to get the queen involved. Yeah. We could double. I don't see that going anywhere. Yeah, let's do rook, queen e1, maybe there to then set that up and then go for a really cheeky lobster pincer mate. I think that's a good idea. And this is a multi-purpose move because that's a weakness. And this is a weakness. Yeah, our opponent has a lot of problems, even though we still let him castle. I still feel like I should have played that sooner. But we'll have a look after in the analysis. We're going well on time. Both of us, about 3 minutes left. Okay. So he's defending his two weaknesses. And I guess he's preparing to come here. But that would make this pen, like, devastating. Because it's supported by the rook already. Yeah, let's stick with our plan. Oh, and if he goes there, he just drops that pawn. This is still looking great. And we have a protected passer. Okay, so he's gonna Okay, so in the last video, I got too pawn hungry. I basically, in a similar position, just kind of just went for the free pawn and called it a day. But I feel like bishop there might just win. I guess the knight can then counterattack there. Then we have that move. I'm gonna play it. That's the lesson I learned in the last match, the last one we uploaded, was I just rushed to take a free pawn and I missed like a tactical opportunity. And this just feels too good. We have a pin here. Already we're threatening to capture it. So I feel like the only two moves are, yeah, either counterattacking or that dropping back. But now we can just take this pawn and we're going well. He can trade, and then we need to consider whether we want to transform the advantage. But he doesn't want to trade. I think this knight is trapped. Yeah, this knight is trapped. Wow, there's so many good moves. So he's threatening that pawn, but like, we don't care about that pawn. It'll tie down my knight a little bit. Yeah, I think this just traps the horse. Yeah. Or that sets up checkmate after that. Wow, so many good moves. What do we think? Maybe that one first. That one first. I just realized if we go here, he can just move his knight back and he's still protecting that square, which is really important. So may as well collect this trapped knight while we're at it. Again, we're not worried about this pawn. Oh, I did not see that. Does that save the day? It doesn't. Wow. Out of nowhere. That is disappointing. Alright, so I think we block with the rook because take, and then the rook blocks that. Okay. Oh, can't believe I didn't notice that. Gotta be careful pushing that F pawn. Okay. Wow. Well, that's lucky that this knight is trapped then. Alright. I don't think we're in a rush to take the knight. So let's just do that, defending that pawn. And then, oh gosh, it's falling apart. Why did I not see that that was hanging? At least we have these pass pawns. These pass pawns might win us the match. Okay. First, let's double. I don't want to be in a rush to push these pass pawns. And then we'll probably move our king out of the pin so that this rook can move. Oh, and now that works. Take. Yeah. And then we gotta move. Okay. This game hasn't gone exactly to plan, sadly. I feel like we have to get out of this pin ASAP. Yep. Okay. So what are we? Are we down 2 pieces? Oh no. These pawns are going to have to do a lot of work marching down the board. I feel like trading here is just a no-brainer. I don't know why he's taking so long. Yeah, I guess may as well do that. So he has 1, 2, 3 defenders, and I have 3 attackers. Are there any tactics? I feel like this might be a tactic. We gotta start going for it. Oh. Oh. Blunder. About to get checkmated. Yep. Yep, just take with the queen, and that's checkmate. Oh, what a disappointing game. Wow, such a great position out of the opening. But this is really common for me, actually. This is how a lot of my games go, where I get a really good position out of the opening. Let me make sure you can see the analysis. All right, this is super common for me, actually. So let's take a look. So you can see, what's the best move here? Maybe just trading immediately and just saying that this bishop's bad. Yeah. G4. Wait, let's see. Alright, hopefully chess.com hasn't bugged out. But what's the problem with taking back? I guess that's what we were talking about. That's just immediately a pass pawn. Okay. So there's that mistake. This was all good. Castling was actually the best move there, like we were talking about. Queen E1, so right idea. Oh, no. Was the best move just to take the pawn? Ah. That is sad. I got too fancy. So, yeah, just counterattacking the queen is just too strong. Okay. Good to know. Got to be careful. And now taking was a problem. I guess always because of this fork, right? And, oh, this is like a terrible move in like so many ways. That is a disaster. That is a disaster. Funnily, it's still even. And then even that's bad. Wow. Well, I've heard that it's really common that like once one blunder happens, they all happen, right? I guess because the nature of the position just changes so much. But yeah, I guess my idea was I didn't want to lose that pawn, but I guess we saw that this pin on the rook actually lost me the game. So I guess I just had to be okay. Rook A, B1. Yeah, so I guess the idea is you just get counterplay. Oh, the queen is the queen trapped. G takes. Oh, I see. Because he still has to deal with this. Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, so he can't take here because that knight was still hanging. So yeah, it's not looking great from here. And then obviously that's just checkmate. But what more resilient, I guess, is just to start trading everything and be down 2 minor pieces. So interesting game. At least you can see this F4 variation against the Benoni is awesome. Especially if you're a Jobava player, you'll get this a decent amount. But yeah, just drop the ball tactically at the end. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is the second video of the live analysis. You can check out the first one somewhere above me. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.